Oh, I'm super, super excited. I've got, in my mind, for some reason, you're like this famous celebrity, the Lucy J. Parker. Hey, how are you doing in this pandemic, Lucy? Where are you? How are you doing?
Right. Yeah, well, actually, I'm stuck in the UK, Kevin, believe it or not. So I came
Wow.
back to work with a couple of my clients in the UK, and then I never really got on that plane back in time before, obviously, the pandemic hit. So, but actually, surprisingly enough, I'm able to keep in touch with all my
Right.
clients and really have some really cool exchanges right now. And it's all good. It's all good because I'd be sitting in my house there, right?
Yeah,
So it's
absolutely.
the same
Absolutely.
thing.
Well, I love, doing the Zoom call with you. I love seeing your title, World Traveler Lulu.
Well,
But
okay, that's
I love that. But that speaks volumes because my best friend lives actually in England.
Oh, really? Okay.
His wife she manages your Royal Ballet Association. She's one of the ladies up there, and
Okay. Yeah.
my friend, he runs a technology company and so forth. And I know all the logistics. I just want to talk about. I want to be focused on you. But anyway, I've been to London 11 times.
Okay. Fabulous.
A lot of it is just flying through. But because I've had family and friends in the past, I've
Yeah.
stayed anywhere from like several hours to days to a week to weeks. Um, and a lot of aunts and uncles were from or lived in England, in
Okay.
the United Kingdom.
Sure.
And a lot of them actually immigrate to South Africa. And then
Yeah.
there's some here that I meet in America, but really South Africa is where I met the bulk of the English. And then also, as a young child, my dad worked for the airline, so we did a lot of traveling.
Ah, yeah, yeah.
So
Well,
I
it's
got
in
to
your
be
blood. It's,
absolutely. Oh yeah.
I think travel is in your blood. I mean, I was actually brought up overseas, Kevin. So you may not know this about me, but I was brought up in the South Pacific until I was 8. So yeah,
Wow.
yeah, in
Well,
Fiji and Vanuatu.
no, so what's your heritage?
I'm English.
Because
I'm 100% English. Some people think I'm South African. I know you wouldn't. South Africans don't. Some people
yeah,
think I'm Aussie, and the Aussies
right,
don't.
right, absolutely,
But I had an Aussie accent as a child, I have to admit. Yeah,
exactly, because of that region, absolutely. A-
exactly.
And
Yes.
also, Lucy, I mean, you're very striking because in Dubai, in the Emirates, I mean, you're kind of you're like you're out there.
I, I'm definitely, shall I say, people do know my name, but I'll tell you why that is. Because being with Keller Williams Real Estate, and I
Yeah,
joined Keller Williams as a team leader. So my role on day one was to call a lot of agents, a lot of the top agents, and share with them the value proposition as to why Keller Williams for their real estate business. So
right.
everybody knew my name because I literally called every agent in Dubai. Everybody knows me in the industry. Yeah,
Which I want to be respectful of your time, of
sure.
your business, because this is business. This is why I have this channel,
Yeah,
Lucy. Is this is
yeah,
business, and I treat it
absolutely.
like a business because that's how we get paid, like a business, just like our real estate careers and so forth. And so in saying that, please everybody support the channel, subscribe below, hit the button. You can also hit the bell to get notifications because if you want to see more of Lucy, or which you can easily, Lucy, they'll have all your contact details in the description below. But
Okay,
also, Lucy is one of those unique entrepreneurs, almost in a sense that I see you everywhere, Lucy. You're heavy on social media. You're
yeah.
heavy on the broadcast of real estate in Dubai, which is stunning. I mean, they're out of this world thinkers. And one of my
Yeah.
favorite people sold.
Visionaries, Kevin.
Excuse
Sorry to
me.
butt in. I didn't mean to butt in, but I mean visionaries. When I think of Dubai,
Yeah.
it's a visionary city. It came out of
Mm.
nothing. And that's what excites me, and that's in my blood, because when anything is possible, it really is for anyone, even investors, people coming to live there, to look for jobs, change their lives, bring up their children. That's what pumps my blood every day going to work.
Oh my gosh! So you got to experience that because you're all right. Out of the desert spawned this empire, this kingdom, this
Absolutely. Yeah.
kingdom,
Kevin, can
which
I just say something, right? Imagine 40 years ago that you were selling real estate and it was just sand dunes. Okay. That's literally for your viewers watching this right now. Imagine wherever you're at 40 years ago, it
Absolutely.
was just sand dunes. And now you're selling skyscrapers and mansions and man-made islands. You can't, the human brain can't
Right.
comprehend that. It's phenomenal. And the real estate industry as we know it,
Right,
as
right.
expatriates, only began 15 years ago. 15.
Yeah.
I mean, that's nothing. You know,
And,
that's when we went to school.
and what was that catalyst? What was that breaking point that now all of a sudden it's become a global economy instead of a
Wow.
local one? What was that? Is that the internet, or is it something bigger than
Good
that?
question. You know, so your question is how has it become so famous and global? Well, I think all of us can name it on our hand. It's Emirates Airlines. You know, His Highness Sheikh Maktoum, Mohammed Al Maktoum, created his airline, Emirates Airlines, which has gone global, and I am absolutely a fan. I
Got
won't
it.
fly any other airline.
Well,
And the
yeah,
other,
I've flown it many times. I mean, the
it's,
selection of movies and the class and the quality, it's
yeah,
opulent,
it is.
very opulent, and always state of the art, always like brand new. It was always like I was in a brand new Boeing.
Oh, it's lovely. And
Yeah.
I love the A380s. So I do this really
Sorry,
clever thing.
okay, for the French. Okay, absolutely, yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, I was going to say, I do this really clever thing. You know how people, what's the word, like financial hack their way around the world? Well,
Yes.
if you have a certain credit card in Dubai with Emirates MBD, and no, they're not paying me to say this, you can actually, every time you spend money on your credit card, you get air miles. So I upgrade for free into business class whenever I fly to the US, long flights.
Right.
And it's phenomenal. So everything, like you go into this huge lounge and you have all these amazing cocktails, and it's completely free because I chose that bank to spend when I'm spending in Dubai. So I love it.
So I love this. I love this. What I'm realizing is, because I've been to Dubai twice, just flown through Dubai.
Oh,
Actually,
really?
to, like New York, Dubai, South Africa. I go to South
Yeah.
Africa about every 2 years over the December period, Lucy.
Okay.
You're actually right. Let me. My understanding is the Sheikh of Dubai, he created an airline based on his vision.
Yep.
And when you go to his airline, it's opulent, it's classy.
Yep.
Everyone gets to enjoy that. Whether, I mean, I'm not saying I was in business or in first class like you, but even when I was in economy, it was classy.
Well, no,
It was quality. So I like how he thinks. He treats everybody. He treats you how he thinks, because that's all he really knows. That's all he knows.
Yeah,
Where
absolutely.
you're in America. If you're in economy class, it's like you're on a bus. You're like in a bus in the back of a plane where you paid your. It's not as fancy and as beautiful as like Fly Emirates, and even Qantas, and even Virgin was awesome. I mean, those are great airlines.
But no, the thing I love as well is, and I was going to say this later on at some stage, but I'm going to say it right now. What I love about Dubai and the United Arab Emirates is we're logistically and geographically central to the world. Think about it. We have Europe above, we have Africa below, we have Asia to our east, and then way over there we have the US to our west, okay? So we're really at the hub, we're at the center of the earth. And that's so clever for His Highness to think about Emirates Airlines, because basically you have to stop in Dubai, whatever you do. All these long haul flights from Australia to London, or, LA, yes, they can go around via China, but LA down to South Africa, guess where everybody stops? In Dubai. So what I love, and this is why I love doing real estate in Dubai, is when people stop off as tourists, it's a known fact that once you've been a tourist more than twice, so by the way, you should be buying in London. Once you've been a tourist.
Yes, I love that. Trust me, I'm looking, and for many reasons, and don't forgive me, your economy is struggling, but it needs an input, and your government's going to be very flexible right now. So yes, anybody looking to invest in the United Kingdom, in Britain, now is the time. I have a friend of mine who's English living in Australia. Guess where he's buying? In England, because he's from England. He owns a lot of real estate in Australia. However, there's opportunity now because of different circumstances. I'm talking in a positive way. The pandemic is a disaster. However, what we do is we don't run for the hills. We ride the wave. But I want to say something quickly, Lucy. You're very, very savvy, because if I think about it, you're kind of in the heart of all the world travel, all the mindsets, the people. So even though you're in Dubai, you have a world travel influence. You've lived in foreign countries. You grew up in foreign countries, and now you can do sales anywhere, really, because you've got this global network. And you understand it better than most people that I know.
Do you know, Kevin, I think that's why Dubai does suit me and why I can help so many people around the world, because I speak Spanish and French fluent. That was my degree at uni. I also lived in Central America. I've lived in Oman as well. I've lived in France and Spain. I've lived in Denmark. So basically my experience is so global. And guess what? Who are the nationalities buying in Dubai? Every single one. We have 197 nationalities. So my buyer today could be from Kazakhstan, then they could be from China, then they could be from Switzerland, and tomorrow they could be from Ghana. You know, I have every nationality. And the beauty is, because I've traveled so much and I've met with so many different cultures and peoples and languages, I get what they're thinking and how they think, because I've been to their countries. And it really helps.
So it does. You actually, you don't have to mirror them. You just merge with them, because I know that there's in the Arab nations, 70% of the population is from foreign. It's foreign influence, foreign money, foreign jobs, and investments and so forth in the construction. So even though it's in Dubai, it doesn't really mean it's 100% Dubai. This is 70% of the influence is foreign. So more than 50%.
Probably even more. It's probably even more, but you're onto it. You know, it's a huge amount. I mean, I actually say that for real estate for sure, sort of 85% of those purchasing real estate are from outside of the United Arab Emirates.
Oh my God!
Phenomenal, really.
It's what, give or take, is almost 100%. So, but there's got to be a reason for that. So because investment is about security and certainty. That's really what investment's all about. And long-term sustainability to get a return on your investment. So I don't know much about the culture like you do, Lucy, but I do understand in a sense of, I was in leadership, that I would want to give you some sense of guarantee that investing in my economy or in my business, your return investment is much higher than initially what you thought it was. Because I know that way. I know when they built the Palm Islands, it was such a wild idea, and there were so many speculations of how unbelievably it wouldn't work. Look at it today. Not just the islands. There's a few palms. There's the universe now. There's the planet. And those homes, I've looked at the homes on those different islands that you have there, Lucy. They're not $500,000. They're not $1 million. They're in the millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Millions.
Yeah, the villas on the Palm Jumeirah villas start really. I mean, they've gone down a little bit recently, and that was before coronavirus. But I mean, let's say they're like 9 million dirhams. So you're looking at about just under $3 million US. So, and that's for the smallest one, which basically you have your own beach. You just walk straight out of your garden. You can go into the sea, Kevin.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they're gorgeous. I love those. But what I wanted to come back to is your question before. I love that. You touched on the fact that when people come to invest and buy property, they're looking for security and safety. I would go one step further and say, actually, in life, what do we all want? We want fulfillment and we want happiness, okay? And the thing is, you want that where you're going to choose to live with or without a family. And so I think what I love about Dubai, it's very, very attractive to people, is where can you feel fulfilled for your family, that is safe, back to your point, that is secure, and if you're any nationality in the world, you can get a residency visa, and that's so important. You know, me being British, I don't really think about having another residency because I'm British. But if I put myself in a lot of other countries and nationalities, they do want a second residency for many, many different reasons that we don't need to go into here.
Okay, but explain to me what second residency. What do you mean by that? I understand, but just for the audience purposes, explain briefly what that means, Lucy.
Okay, so let me just say it like this. There are some nationalities that for whatever reason do not want to go back to their own country. Maybe for safety, maybe
rightfully
for
so. It's their life, rightfully so. They can choose and decide.
Exactly. And so they want to have a second residency or a second citizenship. Many nationalities. I don't think it's right to name them on this. So those are the people that are looking to settle in another country. So what we do in Dubai, well, it's the United Arab Emirates, is if you spend 1 million dirham, which is approximately just under $300,000 US, you will receive residency, and it's renewed every 2 years. And actually, Kevin, in the last year, that as actually getting better and better to everyone's advantage. So very 5 years or 10 years, we now have retirement visas. So you can come and retire in Dubai for the rest of your life. You know,
very savvy, very smart. Because yeah, this is a global world, and I know my two of my cousins actually live in. They don't live in Dubai. They live in because they work for Emirates. Oh no, Qatar. They work for Qatar.
Okay, yep, yep.
And they live somewhere there in the Arab.
In Doha. Do they live in Doha?
There's another major city there.
In so Qatar is the country, Doha's the city, or do they live in Abu Dhabi?
Abu Dhabi. Thank you. That's where they live.
They might work for Etihad. That's the other airline.
Could be.
Yeah,
They come to America. They've been all over the world, and I love this. And these are South Africans. So what I'm trying to say is, it's not just Americans. It's like you said. It's across the board, all nationalities. And look at you. You're English, and interestingly, so I was born in South Africa. And at the age of 2,
I can hear that accent, by the way.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you.
Where are you from in South Africa?
Johannesburg. So I was born like in the hood, like real farmland, back in the farmlands, and in a place called Benoni. Actually, Charlize Theron is from Benoni. She was born in Benoni. I was born.
Your claim to fame. Okay.
Yeah, I like exactly. Thank you. And then my parents divorced when I was 9, and we moved to Bryanston, which is kind of an upper class area in Johannesburg.
Right.
But when I was 2, my dad worked for the airlines. We immigrated to Ilha do Sol in the Cabo Verde. And so from the age of 2 till 5, I ran in my underpants. Excuse you're a lady, but I ran like half naked on the beaches till I was 5. And my first language was Creole. So it's a slang Portuguese.
I know Creole, yeah.
Yeah, so exactly. So when I came back to South Africa at 5, my mother wanted to put me in school. I spoke the slang Portuguese. So of course, I gravitated towards the Portuguese kids.
Right.
Of course, you know what they are. They're like, teach me all the wrong words, what you say in English and so forth. And so I had this very interesting upbringing, the same as you, very cultural differences, yet I just merged and blended. It gave me a worldly vision, a worldly wisdom.
Yeah.
I wasn't so kind of narrow-minded, you know what I mean? So I really enjoyed that, Lucy. And that's why I think I thoroughly enjoy you. And also what I like about you, Lucy, is you're very good at selling yourself. You're super safe on social media. That's something that you should. I don't know if do you teach a class? I know you teach everything else, but do you do on social media?
Well, funnily enough, not yet, but there's something in the works.
Okay, good, because you've got a taste for it, and the way you do it with a lot of style, and I call it like eloquence. You know what I mean? And it works for you. So that's just my 2 billion cents worth.
Oh, that's very kind of you, Kevin. Do you know, I think if I was to give a tip to all of your viewers and your audience, and by the way, I don't do social media perfectly, but I do it for me, and it's real, and it's who Lucy is. So I think at the end of the day, that's definitely a tip anyway I wasn't going to give, but be yourself, right, on social media. But if I was to give one more tip to people, I would say, share who you are throughout all your areas of your life. You know, like I love my dog, I love traveling, I love my friends, I love real estate, you know, being out on the beach, being out in the open, being positive. I think it's so important that if people want to get to know you, to do business with you, they want to know who you are first as a person, right? And I think that's really key.
Lucy, one of my heroes as a child was Sol Kerzner, who built Atlantis on the Palm Islands.
Oh, yes.
Do you by any chance know who Sol Kerzner is? I'm sure you do. Sol Kerzner.
No, I've heard the name actually. That rings a bell, the surname.
He built the Lost City in Botswana, in South Africa.
Oh, wow.
Which I'm sure you've been there.
No, I haven't.
Oh my gosh, Lucy, you've been everywhere else, but you had.
No, I haven't done Africa justice, but I have been to South Africa.
Okay, excellent, yeah. But if you can next time, Lucy, please just do it once. My wife went there, and she was frozen in awe. I had to go find it because as we're walking through this jungle of Africa in this beautiful environment called the Lost City, I turned back, she wasn't anywhere. I had to go back, and she was at the entrance to the facility. She just stood there.
Wow.
She'd never seen anything so wild, incredible enough.
Oh,
but you've seen a lot. You've seen a lot. My wife's a California babe. You've seen a lot. Lucy, anyway, he was a big advocate of Dubai and so forth. And then he did Atlantis in Bahamas. And Sol Kerzner owns the one and only brand. He just passed away, but that was his brand, the one and only.
Okay.
So I'm in commercial now, which is fantastic. I still do some, like you said, of course. I won't say no to business, Lucy, because I like the right now money. but my goal is to, I kind of followed in his footsteps. So Dubai being this mecca of development, and I'm sure it
Right.
still is, because you know more than I do. I remember just flying in and just seeing cranes as far as the eye could see, just cranes in Dubai. I'm talking like 10, 15 years ago. Cranes. I'd never seen so many cranes. Now, I grew up around commercial industry because my family in South Africa own a commercial company. So I
Yeah.
grew up around hotels and commercial buildings, not knowing really what it meant, but understanding, seeing cranes and development. But seeing that in Dubai, I mean, they must have owned every crane in the world,
You know,
Lucy.
you're so right that I've never seen as many cranes as I have in Dubai. The building doesn't stop because what I love, and I shared a post the other day, Kevin, I think it was actually only yesterday, Dubai Marina. Did you see my post from the sky? And Dubai Marina was a ghost town 15 years ago, and everybody said nobody's ever going to come here. It's going to be a ghost town. Where are these people going to be? And sure enough, 15 years on, Dubai Marina is the most sought after area for
Wow.
people looking to rent and buy property. So why I brought that in right now is because we build and the people come. And
Right.
that's what Dubai is created on. Keep going down, go down, go down, a bit more. There, this post.
Oh my gosh.
15 years ago, people were like, why do we need 258 buildings in Dubai Marina? There's too many, but it's completely full. You know, there's holiday
Wow.
homes, there's boats. I mean, I live there. It's just beautiful. In fact, yeah, there's my building there.
Where's your building, Lucy? Which one?
Yeah, that's it. You're nearly on it. Go right there. That building.
You're
Yeah,
kidding.
I'm not kidding. And just in, okay, so go up above it slightly. You stop there. No, go down a bit. Go down. Stop there. Right.
Yes.
To your left. To your left a bit.
Okay.
There we are. Right. Right there is a brand new building being built right now that used to be the old yacht club, and it's going to be over 90 floors high. They're still building. They're still building,
Yeah.
and they're all sold out. You see?
Guys,
So
this is Lucy J. Parker's Facebook page. If you want to be entertained and at the same time you want to learn about real estate globally, you need a friend, Lucy. Lucy, I love your stuff. Thanks for that, Lucy. I appreciate that.
you. Well, thank you, Kevin.
Lucy, what made you be so, I don't want to call it extravagant because you are, but yet you're not, because there is a classy lady that I'm looking at. But what made you be so extravagant about traveling and working in exotic locations? And
Oh.
you even grew up in an exotic location. So it's almost like in your DNA, right?
Yeah, look, I'll tell you what, and I'll share another secret. Not many people know about me. So,
Oh, good. I
so
like secrets, Lucy.
Yeah, here we go. So I was brought up overseas. So travel is definitely in my blood, but I'll tell you this, right? So I never wanted to have an office job. I never wanted to be average. And I decided to travel the world free. I would do it as a tour guide. So for 4 years, I used to take single people on singles holidays around the world. And I wasn't single then. And we used to go to Argentina. We used to go on cruises through Rio. We went to South Africa. We went to Mauritius. We went skiing in
Mauritius,
Canada. We went hiking up frozen waterfalls in Slovenia. I mean, I went up through China on a train on my own, like 24 hours. And that was 20 years ago. Nobody in China spoke English. And everyone was like spitting nuts at me when I was on the sleeper train. Like the adventures that I've had. So it's just in my blood. I love it. I love it.
Absolutely do. Lucy, do you have a license for both the UK and for Dubai, or is it?
Yeah, I sell in Dubai. So it's just that a lot of clients actually that do come and invest in Dubai are predominantly from Europe and predominantly a lot from the UK. So being English myself, I have a lot of English clients.
And because you're so unique, how did a Keller Williams office in Dubai?
Yeah,
I'm trying to understand how they spotted you. I get it, but they, you know, you're so European, you're so British.
Yeah.
Team leader of a Keller Williams in Dubai.
Yeah.
Did you? What's the thought process there? Because now you have to communicate with the locals, you know, the people in Dubai.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're elevated. I'm trying to understand how that came to fruition.
Okay. Well, so basically, I've been in Dubai now 8 years.
Okay.
And funny enough, when I arrived in Dubai, nobody would give me a job in real estate, Kevin. Can you believe that? Because I hadn't lived in Dubai, and how was I going to sell Dubai? And I hadn't lived. when somebody tells me, probably like you, when someone tells me I can't do it, boy, am I going to do it.
Right.
Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I worked for a developer for 9 months, got to know the whole city, and then everybody was offering me jobs. And then I went in to be an agent, selling Palm Jumeirah, became one of the top agents within 8 weeks.
Wow.
Because I had so much passion, I was going to do it. But how did I come to Keller Williams? Well, I'm going to tell you something really unique now. So before video was big, and really before social media was big, I did various videos about businesses and restaurants on the Palm. And I'm talking, Kevin, 2015. That's 5 years ago. No one was doing videos and social media was not big. I was on LinkedIn and that was it. Right. Not even Facebook, right? So I was doing videos, people got to know me, and then I had properties for sale on the Palm. Do you want to put YouTube? If you want to put my YouTube channel, put
yes,
YouTube.
I do. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Lucy J. Parker. I have over 100 videos, so people can look at all the areas of Dubai. Lucy J. Parker. There you go. You'll get a pink dot.
Oh,
there you go.
Quickly. You didn't see that. I subscribed and I'm getting all the notifications.
Oh, I love you now, Kevin. But so basically,
oh wow, look at that.
Yeah, if you go down, you'll see all my videos. There we go. And the thing is that basically I just stood out probably before a lot of my competition. And then I was doing flyers for open houses. And believe it or not, in Dubai, we didn't used to do open houses at all.
Wow.
At all. Like,
so how did you sell a home unseen? If there was an online presence, was there?
You go on a viewing and you go on a tour with an agent. So I started doing open houses, which was quite unique. Like there were probably 10 agents in the whole city doing open houses. And I guess through my open houses and my videos and my flyers for open houses, the OP of Keller Williams noticed me and asked me to come into Keller Williams, and the rest is history.
That's a great story. Yeah. So you chased your dream. However, you're attracted, getting into leadership is they select you. Because I've been in the position of chasing, Lucy. I chase. And you know what? It just becomes a disaster. It's when you attract, that's when things really start to happen. It's like you get into alignment with something where if it's really meant to be, it's going to happen. I don't get me wrong. I don't think you were out to become like a CEO or team leader. You were more just living the life and selling real estate. And all of a sudden, you get this elevated position and of authority, yet you also have to be an influencer, which now you're going from selling to now recruiting, driving production and retention. I mean, there's many levels to that business model. So
I think, Kevin,
quick evolution for you. Hey, Lucy.
Yeah, no, I didn't want to butt in. Sorry, that's so rude of me. But I just wanted to say one thing that's so important to me, and I've had this passion inside me my entire life, is to help others unleash their potential. So I think, when I was younger, I wish somebody had given me more time as a mentor. I never had a mentor. I never had a coach. And obviously coming through the Keller Williams system over the last 5 years, I recognize how much I could have done much earlier on in my life to fulfill my dreams quicker. So I want to make sure the young of today get there quicker. So when I was given that opportunity, to be able to share this incredible opportunity in Keller Williams to be business owners and to really go big, go 10x in your business.
Right, absolutely.
That's aligned with me. That's already my passion. It was the fit. It just happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Lucy, coming back to the United Kingdom, and I know what you're in quarantine right now.
Yeah.
What is it like? What's the difference between the United Kingdom and Dubai in this period right now that we're all experiencing on a global scale?
Actually, things have changed as of 2 days ago. So basically in Dubai, everybody's been in complete lockdown up until 2 days ago. Okay. And you had to get a permit to leave your front door. You couldn't even walk your dog. You couldn't even you couldn't even walk down the street for exercise. You had to get a permit to travel to the pharmacy or the supermarket, or you had to be an essential worker. And if the police stopped you, you had to prepare, you had to show your permit or you got a fine. Right. Now, 2 days ago, that opened up. And now if you go out with a face mask on, and still offices and businesses are closed. So the Keller Williams office is still closed, but of course we're not closed for business.
Oh, no, absolutely
no.
Exactly.
My clients, in fact, just before this meeting, I was speaking to a client who is from Pakistan, lives in Dubai, and he's stuck in Moscow. and he's buying property with me. I mean, listen to that. So
Yeah.
he's in Mexico, he's from Pakistan, lives in Dubai. I'm English, stuck in England, selling Dubai to him. So
Right.
actually, it doesn't matter where we are in the world.
No.
So thanks
Yeah.
to this virus, in an awfully, I don't like to say thanks to, but I always
I know
look
what you're
for the
saying.
you know, you can carry on.
Right, exactly. It's really made us evolve almost in a sense
Yes,
as human beings. And I believe it's also given the earth some time to recuperate. Because
I
I've
know.
seen videos, Lucy, online of animals walking through the city streets
Yeah,
of
it's
all
lovely.
kinds, which is fascinating because I'm a big advocate of Africa, and I love safaris. So I'm
Oh.
constantly dreaming of,
And you don't punch the animals, do you?
oh no, I just enjoy them. Oh
You
no, I want to sit there
uh,
with my mojito or something and just enjoy the
oh,
wilderness. And I
they're
love to go back often to South Africa, and I go back for about a month or more if I can. And I do,
beautiful. You
especially
have
after this.
to.
I really want to get out. I've been indoors for over a month, and I'm going a little bit
So
cuckoo.
how is it there? Which state are you in?
California, Southern California. My
So you're
kids,
stuck as
yeah,
well.
my kids are going crazy, Lucy. My
I
kids are so
bet.
unhappy. I got
Oh,
a 19-year-old because my 20-year-old lives in Newport Beach. He moved out. I've got a 19-year-old, 11-year-old, 5-year-old, and 2-year-old.
what? You
And
got 5 kids?
yeah, 5 boys.
You got a football team there, nearly, Kevin.
Yes, so not yes, exactly. Not only am I ambitious in business and highly motivated, but in family, I wanted a big family.
Oh,
And my 2-year-old and my 5-year-old are just going Meshuggah. They're just going.
I bet.
Yeah, it's very hard. So we have taken them for walks every now and then.
Yeah.
It's just hard because 10, 20, 30-minute walk doesn't suffice. Because once they get
Yeah.
back indoors again, they want to go out. So they whine, and so all day there's this whining, and it's very sad.
Oh, bless.
But again, we have to respect our governments. We have to respect and be civil to our neighbors and to people because people are dying.
Yeah.
So our leaders are making the right decisions, whether we like it or not, doesn't matter. They're making the right decisions. When things are good, things will be good. They're not going to be great or amazing. They'll be good. That's what you make of it, though, right,
Yeah.
Lucy? I
You
mean,
do. You have to.
you're not even in Dubai and you're still doing real estate, but it doesn't matter, Lucy. You're a global business
Mm.
model. You're not
No, I
local.
do.
You're not stuck to Dubai or stuck
No,
to England.
Kevin. I'm going to tell you something that I have a client right now from India that's looking to buy in LA. So I'm working with my LA Keller Williams offices. I've got clients looking to buy in the UK. I've got clients looking to buy in Spain and in France. I mean, literally, it's global. It's naturally a global business.
Yeah.
And that's what's so exciting. So I
You-
love the global network, by
You're
the way.
starting to scare me, Lucy. You're such a dominator. I don't know if LA can handle a lady like you. I think you'll come in here and shake the whole community up. But that's amazing. That's amazing. Lucy, what's the future plans for you once the floodgates open up?
Yeah.
Our economy will be funded. It will be funded. It will be fed to stay alive because we have the highest unemployment right now of, I mean, the last rate was 26 million. That was a few days ago.
Yeah.
Things are very different today. But I don't get me wrong. I mean this in a sincere way. I have hope. I'm a tough-minded optimist. I believe that this creates other opportunities. This creates other chances. There's a lot of exchange in business and money and economies. I'm finally able to focus a lot on my family and on my investment portfolio and on what I want to do in life. So this time has really given me an opportunity to not really decompress, but to really focus on what I want to do in life.
Reassess, right?
Exactly.
Reassess.
And to be selfish. I'm going to be selfish. What do I want to do? This is the time now to focus on that. Because when I go to the office, Lucy, it's not about me. It's everything else and everybody else. And the little bit of time I get for myself is, okay, what do you see for you, Lucy, going to the future from, because you're so fascinating with your exploration around the world. What do you see the world going forward after this for you and for everybody else?
Well, so if I look at, I think, as you just said, you know, I'm reassessing life. And I think a lot of people sitting at home right now, including your viewers on this, we are all reassessing where we're at, right? So in terms of going back to Dubai, you know, a lot of my clients are reassessing, am I in the right property? maybe I need a property with a balcony. Now I need a property with a garden and a swimming pool. In terms of clients that are not yet in Dubai, because we have so many international clients, I've got clients sitting in other countries thinking, you know what? Dubai was amazing at handling this virus. I want to live there in the future because there will be enough PPE, there will be enough hospitals, there will be enough hospital beds. And if my family were to ever come through a virus again, I want to be in Dubai when it happens. So I have a lot of people that are looking at the health sector, and and Dubai is very attractive to that. So that is in terms of what my clients are looking at, and I'm putting across that message a lot more strongly now in terms of why Dubai. In terms of myself, I'm very global. I definitely want to look more at helping people in other global destinations, and that's why I love Keller Williams, Kevin, because we do have our global network. And I've like you and I doing this recording now, you know, I think I've just connected with so many more people as a result of being at home.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I've got to know so many more people. And now I know you do commercial in South California. Well, you know, I'm not going to forget that, right? So it's brilliant. Really
absolutely.
good.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely, Lucy. That's the one thing about Keller Williams, that if you want to join if you want to join a firm, you look at a few avenues. They've got to be global, of course, but I always look at the biggest and the best. And that's really why I chose Keller Williams back in 2014, was because it gave me a massive platform. I wasn't just standing solo. I was standing on the shoulder of giants. So that's really what helped me. Not only did it help me in building a business out of, you know, for sale, because I used to be a for sale person. I built a team, an amazing team, a top-notch team in Newport Beach. Then leadership asked me to come in and get into leadership, and I was groomed for excellence in that. I mean, really, it just there was this exponential vertical growth within years, which I didn't actually really see. I just knew that I could sell. I knew I was a salesperson, Lucy, and I could sell homes. That wasn't rocket science. Do open houses, have face-to-face combat conversations. It's done. It's not
You're definitely natural at the face-to-face conversations, Kevin.
Yeah, thank you. Exactly. Thank you.
You can talk for hours. I thought I could talk for hours. You could definitely talk for hours.
No, thank you. I appreciate that. No, that's why my wife is so quiet, because she's the opposite. Lucy, I've had some fantastic time with you. This has been a wonderful talk. Can you give us, from your mindset, which is powerful, can you share with us, because a lot of people are struggling right now, Lucy, they're struggling because, you know, they're waiting for their stimulus checks. And I've been quite sincere when I say this. I'm not trying to throw a wrench into the engine. I'm just trying to say that there's people that are concerned right now that they either get the stimulus checks or they're not. A lot of them have gone on unemployment. A lot of independent contractors, like real estate agents and contractors and so forth, there's a lot of uncertainty. You being an outsider, and let's say you're in space looking at America right now, or the world from 100,000 miles away, and you have this bird's eye view. Do you have any encouraging words for us, or stories that you can share with us to give us some light in this dark time?
Do you know, I always think of everything I have to be grateful for. And I think everybody, just every day, you know, there's some people out there suffering a lot and going through tough days right now. And I think you have to look at what you have got. You have to be grateful for what you have got, because, you know, I've had that experience and opportunity of traveling. I've seen children and families with nothing. They had no clothes, they had no money. You know, in some of the parts of, I remember in northern Ghana, on the border, I think it was with, oh gosh, what's the name of the country above Ghana? It's not Liberia, that's to the west. Burkina Faso. So on the border.
I would have never. Burkina Faso. Thank you, Lucy.
Yes, on the border of Burkina Faso and Ghana. I'll never forget this image. Our bus broke down. These kids wanted our empty water bottle, Kevin. They didn't even want the drink. They didn't want a toy. They didn't want food. They wanted an empty water bottle because it was such a novelty. It was a toy. And so when I'm in moments of difficulty, I always think back to these people, these children that have nothing. They have so little. And we should be so grateful. Yes, people are struggling financially, but we are alive and we do have our health for most people. And we have to build on that. We have to be grateful. And I think with gratitude, takes away fear, and gives us more certainty, and we propel ourselves forward from that. And you only live life once, so make it your best life. And I really do share that message to everyone watching this, because that's what I think every day when I wake up.
What does your daily schedule look like to keep the momentum going in your life, Lucy?
Okay. Yep. So my daily schedule has got really strict now. So my alarm goes at 6, and I do meditation for 10 minutes every day without fail.
Wow.
And I find that really hard because I don't focus easily, but I'm guessing, can you imagine? After my meditation, I have a journal, and I basically write down my visions for my life, my goals. I reassess my goals, and I also do an affirmation and a prayer, what I'm grateful for. Directly after that, I do half an hour reading something positive. I have a really good book. What's his name? Oh, it's upstairs. I would have shown it to you. Oh gosh, I can't think of his name. It's going to come to me.
What's the content about? The context of the book?
It's motivational. It's positive and motivational.
Okay.
Oh, it's so famous. I can't believe the name can't come to me. I'll give it to you in a minute. And I read for half an hour, and then I come downstairs. I have a cup of ginger tea, and I get on my social media on my laptop. And first thing I do is I wish everybody happy birthday every morning. Yeah.
Oh, very
I
nice.
wish everybody happy birthday on my social media. And it's very important to me because I think it's the one day a year that, it's special for everyone.
Wow,
that's given me
special,
really great interactions with people. And then after that, I get going because remember, Dubai is 3 hours ahead. So everybody's already into their day. I've already got clients messaging me. Then it's breakfast, 9:30. And then at 10:15, out for a dog walk for 2 hours minimum. So every day, today I did 7-mile walk. It was 3.5 hours with my family because I'm here stuck at home at the moment. So really, I've actually lost weight. I saw you're on a fitness regime, Kevin, but you're doing well with your health. Right?
I'm boosting my immune system, and it's helped me so much.
You have to, yeah. So really important to exercise. And then after that, I come straight back and I'm into my 3 hours lead generation, and I break with a lunch. And then after my 3 hours lead generation, it's learning time. So from about 4:30 onwards, America's waking up. So that's generally the time I know America's hi. And I go on to all these trainings and webinars. And then basically I try to have dinner for 8 o'clock. And I need to be in bed for 10:30, 11, max asleep, 11 o'clock. And I do my diary in the evening before bed, as in what's happened in the day. So yeah, more or less, that's what I do.
So your diary is almost like that's your book. That's your once upon a time. It's even though it's your journal, you literally you're jotting down every moment that you because you can't fill your journal with a 12-hour day of scheduling. However, in time, how you can share those magic moments, you can capture them forever.
It's just things that come to me, thoughts and how I'm feeling. I want to be able to read this in 20 years and think, how was I thinking? I'll tell you something, right? When I used to go to boarding school, and I had a little diary when I was 10 until I was 14, and I wrote in it every day for 4 years. But you know what I didn't do so much? And I'm really annoyed with myself. I wrote what I did, but I never wrote my thoughts. Sometimes I'd say so-and-so's telling on me, or we've fallen out today, but I wished I'd written how I'm thinking about things. So this time I'm making sure to make a note of how am I thinking about the world situation, my thoughts and opinions.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Lucy, it's going to end soon. So I want to leave the audience with, where do you see yourself?
Yeah.
In the near future, the 5, 10, 20-year plan? Because I know you have goals and visions. Where do you see yourself in the near future for you, Lucy?
My biggest goal is that I want to set up some form of orphanages and schools for the children that I saw when I traveled around the world. And I want to help them with education that will help propel them into life. And I don't mean the history in the typical school classes.
Right. Thank you, Lucy.
Of life. The lessons of life. Who taught us about wealth? Who taught us about emotional intelligence?
Buying a house. Just buy a house. Managing money.
Exactly.
Yeah, being an entrepreneur.
Yeah. So that's what I want to do. And I also want to bring in a lot more mentorship for children. But I would like to work first with those children that don't have anything. They started with nothing. And that's my big goal. That's my big dream. And I need a lot of money and a lot of great people to help me on that journey. So hence why I work very hard.
Right, exactly. I love what you said that you need a lot of money. You do. There's a cost to doing anything in life.
Yeah.
So some people say, oh, well, you make a lot of money and how come you don't support the needy? I do. I've even gone and painted schools before to get rid of graffiti. I've gone to clean up other neighborhoods. Do you know what I mean, Lucy?
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is that it's not, of course, the funding helps, but there's a cost to it. Nothing's free. You know, I had to buy paint to paint the school. I had to pay for gas to get to the school. It's very short-sightedness when people say, well, you make this money and you're not spending it. Oh, yes, I am. And I'm also, I tithe every paycheck. I tithe 10%. I give it to my local pastor, my prophet. I save 10% and I invest 10% in my investment portfolio. That's kind of my first 30%. Because I also have to live. I have a big family.
Yeah, well, you do.
But I also have to think into the future because I want to leave them a legacy. It's been phenomenal. You're impressive, Lucy. You really are. Please do me a favor. Share with me all your contact details, all your social media. I want to put in the description below. Guys, if you love this content, reach out to Lucy. Also, subscribe to this channel. Hit the like button, please. It helps with the analytics when it comes to YouTube. You help me a lot. I appreciate that. And let me know what you want more content. And let me know if I missed that magic moment question to ask Lucy. Share it with me. Reach out to Lucy. Become a best friend on social media. Lucy, leave us with one thing.
Wake up every day and be positive and keep smiling. I think it's the most important thing in the world.
Yeah. I kind of see that in your message. You've said that a bit now, so it's really resonating. And that's guys, that's Lucy. It's the power of positive thinking. It's Lucy J. Parker. Thank you for your time. Please, whenever you come to Southern California, let me know, Lucy. I would love to have some tea or coffee with you.
Absolutely.
Please.
Maybe a Pimm's.
Maybe a what?
You don't know that. It's an English drink. Pimm's and lemonade. It's very, it's like a Wimbledon tennis drink. Look, Google Pimm's.
I will. Thank you. What tea my wife loves, by the way. I love Rooibos. I drink it probably a few times. I wouldn't say several, but a few times a day. My wife loves PG Tips. So my wife, my mother-in-law, and my 11-year-old and 2-year-old love PG Tips. I give my kids tea. So they go with their bottles, their little cup of tea. PG Tips.
We all have our tea.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
It's been fantastic, Lucy. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. And it's lovely to get to know you too.
We're going to connect. We're going to connect.
Sure.
This is a good time. I appreciate you for everything. Cheers, Lucy.
Amazing. Take care.
Thank you.
Stay
Bye-bye.
safe, everybody. Bye-bye.
Yes. Cheers.